You might remember this is a story we've been tracking for a few days now. This is China's satellite tracking vessel. Remember, Yuan Wang 5. It has since August 16th been docked at Sri Lanka's southern Hambantota port. This is despite India and the US voicing concern with Colombo over the military ship's visit over the last few days. Remember, we've been tracking that ship and what its implications are for India. And now the details we're being able to reveal to you is that according to sources, the station ship is sensitive to anything in the electronic spectrum. It is a military ship and it is run by the PLA Strategic Support Force. This is a dual-use vessel. Now, my colleague Anand Narasimhan is present with us to bring us more details. Anand, our audiences will remember that both India and the US had voiced concerns that this was a military ship. You then had China come forward and say that no, it had very specific uses only. Now we're receiving this information. Could you bring us more context?
Well, one cannot trust Morning Toya and to our viewers. The fact is, one cannot trust the PLA. And CNN News 18 has accessed this exclusive assessment report of this Chinese ship that's docked in Hambantota. Now, the assessment very clearly says that this dual-use vessel and this the strategic support force of the PLA, they are responsible for space, cyber, and also other warfare. And as per the assessment, China is misusing the fact that it has a large void on the Earth's surface to monitor its satellites and also trying to create a new normal. We are also given to understand that these satellites are not, all the satellites which are there on board the ship are not all benign. Some are like Yogan 34-2 or Yogan 25. They have been transported by Long March. They have transported Long March rockets recently and are for a national defense system. Now, more importantly, this ship has got data which can also delve into the Indian Ocean, the Andaman Sea, and important data can be pulled out from territorial waters that actually belong to India. Now, it's also feared that, like in 2008, in the name of privacy, the PLA entered the Gulf of Aden and normalized its naval presence in the Indian Ocean and never left it after that. So, and it's also important to note that Diego Garcia, the U.S. foothold in this region, is not far off and equally concerns America. Now, which is not such a big concern for the Sri Lankans, but the Sri Lankans have now realized that this does not bode well for them in the future. It's also important to note the choice of the port, that they have not requested for Colombo but for Hambantota, which is one symbolic of Sri Lanka's demise or economic hardship, and the fact that it is now sovereign Sri Lankan territory, which is on a 99-year lease with the Chinese, so they can come and go whatever they want there. They literally have control over the port and its operations. So the Sri Lankans can hardly do anything. That what happens is that the Sri Lankans now, I think there has been an exchange of conversation with the Sri Lankans and trying to make them impress upon them that although Chinese money is quick, it cannot be looked upon or relied upon without due diligence and also the long-term vision and what the long-term objective is. So that's the big problem.
Anand Narasimhan, thank you so much for bringing our audience's context on this story. Remember, Sri Lanka continues to grapple with the worst economic crisis the nation has ever seen. Right now, we're heading into a break. On the other side of the break, we'll continue to walk you through all of the country's top stories. We'll see you in just a few minutes.